All right, welcome. Get back. Wow, I can't talk today. Welcome back, everyone. Yesterday I did not end the video, I guess. Um, I measured up the bottom piece there to go across the front to fill that in for some extra structure. I took the window out, got those screws out, and I'm going to build a window box around where the inner plate, where that white bracket around there. My finger. Where that corner bracket there goes around on the inside. I'm building a box on all the windows that goes basically 1/8 of an inch clearance on this side all the way around so that I can build the rest of the walls out to 2 inches before sheeting. So yeah, I got that cut. I'm essentially just trying to zip those pieces off that are hanging out there that were part of the other studs that were below the other ones. I'm going to zip those off as close to the wall as I can. And I cut the piece of plywood to be 3/4 of an inch away from the walls. I'm going to put a piece of 3/4 inch plywood on the end of the long piece of plywood and screw that into the... So if your plywood is... I don't have a block to show you an example on. If the plywood is flush with that wall, the piece of plywood is going to come up like that, and it's going to screw into the wall, into that wall like that. 1, 2, and 3, just for some extra structure, and the same on that side. So I've got this handy little saw. I don't know if this actually gonna work, but I'm planning on going into that corner and zipping those little pieces off as flush to the wall as I can. And yeah, we'll see how that goes. Needed 91 inches altogether. That didn't feel good. Alright, sorry for the confusing camera angles. Let's see here. Can you see that? Sort of. So I need 91 inches altogether. So okay. So we're at 89 and 7/8 basically. So I need 91 inches. So I need my phone for math. That squeaking gets super annoying. I also don't know what's in frame right now. I think I'm in frame. Bottom third of the door. In frame. Move up to there. When I first thought about creating this channel, I was essentially walking around my previous property and talking to myself. You know, tomorrow I'll maybe do this. It would be nice if I could complete this project tomorrow. Kind of schedule things out loud. And then it dawned on me that I could share this with people and do kind of a DIY channel. So that is essentially what I chose to do. And here we are now. Alright, let's drill the top one. As much as I wanted to avoid fuel on my pants, it's kind of unavoidable. Alright, I guess I should see if it's in there. Alright, I need 3/4 into 3/4. So that leaves me with what? The long ones to go into the same thing on the other side. That may go through. I don't want it to go through. I think those ones would be suitable. I want those ones, and then I want my drill with a bit in it. And if it fits, I will take it out and put some silicone back there and go from there. would appear that it fits, which is good. Okay, so I've got I think that's a good 1/4 inch. What do I have? Don't really have any scrap 1/8 inch board left. What do I have? Oh, that looks good. All right. All right. Got some 1/4 inch shims to put back there, so we'll see if they fit. Good enough, I do think. Now, alright, there's screws up here. I just need silicone. So let's get that right. So I got screws, I got silicone, got my drill. I think I should have everything. I'll take this die grinder out of the way so I have less to crawl over. And the vacuum as well. So there's more room up there. All right. Let's take it out. operate. Oh, I can only push so hard. You can tell I'm getting tired. You son of a bitch. Holy shit. Well, I guess the good news is that isn't going anywhere. Oh. Other side. Oh, this one's gonna be easier because it's with my left hand. Ha ha. Oh. All right. Shim. Oh, that is tight. That's good. Oh, I'm sweating. Okay. gonna lay on the side. There goes my knee. That felt nice. For fuck's sakes. Ah. Okay. Okay, so just let me get more comfortable here. Alright, so now I got that piece in. I did silicone on that seam right there, and the top one, and in the corner, down the side, in the bottom there, and down the bottom there. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take out the rest of the windows and likely build the framed boxes for them. And I think I'll do one at a time. So I have this one out, so I'll do it next. And then I'm going to, I think I'll build the boxes first, figure out how to attach them, and then build the walls out. Once the walls are built out and I can put some rigid foam in there, what I'm going to do is obviously do that side. And then I'm going to come down to the floor and use a, excuse my French, shit ton of silicone. And what I'm going to do is pump it into the corners there. Basically all four sides of each square. It's going to be a lot, but then I know that this will be absolutely watertight. Fingers crossed. And then on the bottom, there is a seam right there, and a seam right there, and a seam right there. So once I get all of the screws back into these on the bottom, what I'm going to do is I've already done silicone down there, but I'm going to pump each one full at the bottom, full of silicone, put all the screws back in the bottom and along the seam here. And then I think what I'm going to do is go from the bottom and put strips of 3/4 inch treated plywood, and do silicone on the bottom of the tin, obviously, and then do the 3/4 inch plywood, and then tin screw it through the plywood into the tin and into the struts, if I can manage to not hit another screw. I think that is going to be the only way to, well, that's going to be one of the ways to absolutely make this watertight. I did a water test with my dad last night, and what we found was this window does not leak, that we saw. I poured about 3 gallons of water over the roof. That window is leaking from the bottom, just in that one spot right at the bottom, but I had also taken 2 screws out of it, so to take it out fully. This one was leaking from the same spot at the bottom, right on the right hand side of that stud. And I hadn't taken any screws out of it, so I'm going to re-butyl tape everything on the outside and put silicone all around everything. So that is the plan there. I'm not going to jump too far ahead. Essentially get everything watertight, the window boxes built, and frame out the walls of 2 inches to meet up with the window boxes, and put styrofoam in. And then I would be ready to figure out what to do with this front piece, whether I'm going to form 1/8 inch hardboard over it again or attempt to put insulation in it. I'm not sure about that yet. Yeah, I may be looking for some ideas on that. But everything else, I believe, is, I don't want to say straightforward, but everything else is going to be tedious going forward. I've got to cut 2x4s, rip them down to the 1.25 inch thick that I need, and screw them to each of those struts, and then I can put styrofoam in between them, with the Great Stuff spray foam insulation around them to really seal everything up. And that is going to come out 2 inches, and then I'm not sure if I'm going to put another strut on the side of that one. I think I'll have to have somewhere to screw the floor into. Yeah, not sure what to do there. My plan was on the walls to just literally glue it in with Great Stuff spray foam, and hopefully it stays. I guess I could do the same with the floor. Obviously the same with the roof. And again, I'm not sure what to do with this front part. The window box is gonna come out like that, 1.25 inches. So I could probably do some straight flat stuff up to the 2-inch framed out wall that way, or out this way, sorry, and see what that looks like. I guess the other thing I could do is I could frame the window out the 1.25 inches more than it needs to be, and then wherever that comes to, let's say, I don't know, right there-ish, I could come out that far and then go as far up as I needed to be square, and as down far enough that I needed to be square. And then what I could do is come possibly, whoops, I almost dropped the phone. And then what I could do is come straight up from that front corner all the way up to where the 1.25 inch box comes out to, and then hire someone to come in. Or I guess I could just put that batten insulation back in there. So I really don't want to have to form hardboard to that, because that's going to be a pain in the butt. But yeah, I could come see if I can get a better angle on this. Oh, so what I'm thinking is I could come straight up like this to, I don't know, probably right there. I could make that straight, and then all of this would be spray foam or insulation. And then I would at least have a somewhat 90-degree wall here, and then a straight-ish wall here. This is awkward. And then I could follow that up to the ceiling, and I would come to right about there, down, and then I could just frame the 2 inches down to come into that. That would take a lot of contouring and a lot of spray foam in the front, but I think it would also guarantee that this upstairs part would be a little warmer as well. So anyway, that's all I'm going to do for today. I'm going to let's hold on. I wasn't recording. Alright, so the 1/8 inch hardboard goes over the walls. As you can see, I didn't get all of it out of that little space there. So do I do the roof and put foam in there to 1 inch, or sorry, to 2 inches thick, and then do I frame the walls out up to that foam, the 2 inches, and then foam that, and then do sheeting on the walls, and then do sheeting up to the foam on the roof? I don't know. Or do I frame the walls out, do foam out to 2 inches up to the hardboard, and then try and squeeze what hardboard or what foam board I can in the top. I think it's going to be easier to do the roof first, foam anyway, and then frame the walls out to 2 inches underneath that foam. That comes down to 2 inches. Frame the wall, sorry, put 2 inches of foam board in the top, so 1.5 inches to come flush with the strut, where that green wire is, and then 1 inch over top of that to cover the seams. Screw into the studs, and then that will hold everything in place. And then, do I do sheeting over that on the roof, and then frame the walls out under the sheeting, which is what they would have done previously? Or do I frame the walls out to 2 inches, which would be another 1.25 inches on top of the studs that are already there, and then do the foam out to the 2 inches, and then do sheeting on the walls up to the window boxes, and then do sheeting up to the foam on the roof? I feel like I should do it where I do the 1.5 inches flush with the studs on the roof, and then the other inch on top of that so there's no seams, and then I do the sheeting on the roof, and well, I wire the lights before that, do the sheeting on the roof, and then frame the walls out to the 2 inches, do foam, and then sheet the walls. Or did I just describe two scenarios of the same thing? I think I'm too tired to think about this. I am going to... I'm going to put the camera down and think about what I've all accomplished today. And like I said, clean up, because this place is not quite a disaster, but it's close. Yeah. I'm leaning toward doing the roof first, getting that all wired, or doing the foam, getting it all wired, and do sheeting on it, and then I will frame the walls out to the 2 inches, do foam on it, and sheet it. That's what I'm leaning toward. But yeah, I'm ready for a cold adult beverage and near beer, and either some snacks or supper. So it's been a long day. Yesterday I was sitting up top where I just was, and I was sitting on my left foot, and I was trying to get the window screws out, and I was leaning over my left foot toward my right side, and I had used quite a bit of force to get the window screws out. So what I ended up doing was pushing, while sitting and putting pressure on my left foot, I pushed my knee to the outside like that, and I immediately got shooting pains halfway down my shin. And ever since that, it's okay if I walk and take it easy, but I'm in the habit of rushing and what would you call it? Going anywhere I go with a purpose, just like trudging on forward. So I realized that I can't do that anymore. I need to take my time and get where I need to go safely, because even one wrong movement with just linear linear movement or keeping my foot planted, moving my body hurts, and it doesn't feel very good. So that's why I was moving a little bit slower today. So I am going to say goodbye right now, and like I keep saying, that's what happens when I get tired. Clean up and call it a day. So if you watch this video, thank you. If you're not subscribed yet, think about hitting the subscribe button. Throw a comment down below if you have any suggestions on how to do these walls, because I think I have an idea, but I'm always open to suggestions. So anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.